Problems within Kansas City public schools will affect more than just that district.
6 surrounding districts took Kansas City to court trying to keep KC students from transferring to their schools. Zach Tecklenburg was in the courtroom and has today's ruling.
Those 6 districts asked for a temporary restraining order to prevent Kansas City students from transferring after the district loses accreditation in 2 days, but the judge said no. Blue Springs, Independence, Lee's Summit, North Kansas City, Raytown, and now Center. 6 school districts saying they need more time before taking in Kansas City kids.
We really were just seeking some clarity for both sides. The receiving districts, the sending districts, the parents, the students need some clarity. Today's ruling denied the district's requests for more time, which would mean they'd have to accept Kansas City students, but
until Kansas City is willing to align their policy with our policy in the independent school district, kids don't transfer.
Independent Superintendent Jim Hinson says that puts students in limbo. For his district, he says they'll pre-enroll Kansas City kids until the issues are worked out. One of the biggest is transportation.
None of that was clarified at all.
Hinson says KCPS doesn't have its story straight, and today's hearing proved it.
The written policy we have from the Kansas City School District is that they would not provide transportation. Today, their legal counsel stated that transportation was their responsibility.
Hinson says tuition needs clarification as well. He says in the transfer agreement written by Kansas City, KCPS is only willing to put up less than $4,000 per student, not enough to cover tuition in any suburban district.
Kansas City has a premise of which they think is the appropriate tuition rate, which is not what they're expending per pupil.
It's just the beginning of what Hinson fears is a long legal battle centered around students. Attorneys for the suburban districts say collectively they've received about 1,600 transfer inquiries from the Kansas City School District. Now, just minutes ago, we received a statement from the Kansas City Public Schools. Interim Superintendent Stephen Green says that this represents uncharted waters and no precedent exists for this type of process. And he says that careful thought and planning needs to go forward to the implementation of such a complex process.